All right, good morning, tech design students. As we go into our next unit, I thought it would be perfect to segue into construction. So we started off with manufacturing, which is of course my favorite because I teach manufacturing in the other two classes. Then we did measurement and layout, I guess technically before manufacturing. After manufacturing, we jumped into tech design. And now we're leaning into our construction unit. And I thought this ties in really well because this project is going to involve some tech design. You all have done a little bit of drafting and sketching, and that's going to be involved in this unit. So we are going to start out with our custom birdhouse. We have an example up there, which is really nice. We won't be dealing with lumber quite that nice. We are going to have 3/4 inch plywood, so we will not be working with hardwood because we have some being recycled from upstairs. We cut out a bunch of old shelves and units, and so we have some recycled wood we're going to use. So you're going to create your own birdhouse, which is kind of cool. You are going to have to draw some orthographic views of it with proper measurements, and you're all familiar with that now, which is going to come in really handy for this project too. You are going to get 2 square feet of 3/4 inch plywood. We should all know what that means by now. 2 square feet, and I have a piece cut out here to show as an example. We have 2 feet by 1 foot, which gets us our 2 square feet. So you're all going to get this piece to start with. Now, before I just give you your lumber and you start cutting, you're going to have to do a rough sketch first. You are going to safely cut and assemble parts, and you're going to have some time to finish and decorate it. We have some paint. We have a little bit of stain from the construction class that they're allowing us to use, and you can do some carving as well if you'd like. Some inspiration. I want you to get your ideas going. Now, yes, I have a lot of traditional styles posted in our video and slideshow, but you can kind of create something that feels more of interest to you. So it doesn't necessarily have to have a traditional style. You can consider the local bird species and design it around that. You can think about the environment. So here, it should be built pretty durable. It's going to have to last different types of seasons. And I want you to sketch multiple ideas. Hopefully you have more than just one, and then you'll pick your favorite at the end. So you can use your Chromebooks, do a little bit of researching, and go through that. Then, sketching your ideas. We have graph paper up front, which you all know how to use properly. I want to see rulers out, and make sure you're using pencils for your sketches. I want to see a title block with your name, have the title of our project, the scale that you're using, and today's date that we're working on it. So again, include measurements. We've gone over this already, so I won't go over it too much, but I want to have a nice idea of how you're building it. Make sure to include the front, top, and side views of your birdhouse. When you are done with your sketch and I look at it and we go over it together and I approve it, now you're on to cutting. So you will all get your 2 square foot, 3/4 inch board, and you can start laying out your pieces. Now make sure that all your pieces laid out, and that's why it's important to do your sketch, all fits within that 2 square feet. If it's easier for you, convert it to inches. And then you're going to go off of square inches on your board, so make sure you do that as well. Lay out all your sides. Again, should be easier from your drawing, and make sure that it all fits. I will not allow any extra lumber in this class. Everybody gets the same size, so work with your pieces. Now, if somebody has a little bit less, and you want to work with your classmate and use their leftover, you can, but you will not be allowed to get any more pieces moving forward. Safety tool use. We've gone over a lot of the safety tools already in the shop, which is great. Yes, we have mostly manufacturing tools, but we have a small woodworking section in this class, which is really nice. So we'll be using the vertical bandsaw to cut some of our pieces. We have spindle sanders and belt sanders in the back, and we're going to go over all those together. Closed-toe shoes are always required, safety glasses on everything, hearing protection is optional, and we're going to go through each tool together. When you are making cuts, use clamps, same thing with the drill press. Don't try and drill free-handedly. I want you to always have your piece clamped down and secured so it is safe. Cutting and assembly. You're going to get to cut your pieces. We do have hand saws you can use. We have the vertical bandsaw, which some of you use in manufacturing. We're just going to have to change the blade on it because they only have one in the shop. And you're going to get familiar with cutting. So this example up here is cutting through. Now, I'd like you to cut one piece at a time. Don't stack the pieces that are in this picture. Just because we're getting used to the tools, we're grade 9s, we're just getting started. We want to take our time, so please cut one at a time. We do have wood glue. We've gone over that a little bit. And you're also going to use fasteners as well. So this example here is really nice. It's decorated, it's finished. They added hinges on the back, which is kind of a cool option. And I do have some leftover hinges from last year, so we can do that. This is more of a traditional style looking birdhouse, also very cool and neatly decorated as well. So these two were left from previous classes, and so we have them on display. Joinery tips. You're going to see there are different. You have butt joint, lap joint, and miter joints. All different sizes that are on these two displays. Pre-drill. We have gone over pre-drill manufacturing, but same thing for woodworking. I want you to select a smaller drill bit, pre-drill it so that we eliminate as many cracks and splitting as possible. We are going to use wood glue as well as nails and or screws. We have a whole pail of reused screws. We're going to try and use those first. If we have to bust out the new ones, we'll do that. Finishing, you're going to take your time and sand it. These are pretty smooth. They're nice. There's no sharp edges. There's no frays on it. There's no splits in the wood, which is really nice. So make sure you take your time sanding. We do have lots of sandpaper here, but again, we also have the belt sander as well as, I guess we're not really going to use the spindle sander too much unless you are cleaning up the hole for where your bird feeder is. But we do have sanding blocks available, like in this picture here. When you're done, if you're not staining it, you can absolutely paint it. We do have lots of paint brushes. I ordered some more, and we have some fresh paint. So we got lots of options, lots of colors. I want to see you put some initiative in it, put some creativity in it. I want them to all look a little bit different when we're all done. At the very end, we're going to do a little showcase and display. We're all going to have ours on display. Now, there is some spots around the school. We can install them after, but most students want to bring them home, so you can absolutely do that as well. We're going to go over the skills learned, maybe some of the challenges and designs you went through, and we always want to have sustainability and think about the environment as we're building our pieces. So we'll talk about those. Now, a lot of you always ask how you're going to be graded, so we will go over our rubric. Our first one is design and planning, and since you're all level 4 students, we're going to go over level 4. Thoughtful, detailed design plan shows creativity. That's all going to be you. Measurement and accuracy. Ooh, it's been a long day. Excellent precision. All parts fit together real nice, and they demonstrate strong craftsmanship. So you should all be at that point already. We have a bit of manufacturing, a bit of tech design. It's really going to tie in together for our construction unit. Assembly and joinery. So remember, you made your sheet metal boxes. We have to do a lot of joinery. This is going to be similar. There's lots of parts and pieces to assemble. So that's going to be really important as we're making our parts. Creativity and aesthetics. You can see these students painted theirs. They did a really nice job. So feel free to do the same. Try and dress yours up a little bit. And of course, effort and time management. I want you all to use your time effectively. When we're in the shop side, absolutely no cell phones out. And more recently, no food and drinks on that side. some of you are bringing them to that side, which is not okay. If you're hungry or need a drink, leave it on this side. I want you to use your time effectively when we're on the shop side. So I read off all the level 4s because all of you are going to be level 4 students, right? You're going to do a good job. You're going to take your time. I'm never going to rush you through your assignments. You should know that by now. And everything should be pretty straightforward. So what we're going to do next is let's get our Chromebooks out, think about some creativity, get the minds going, and think about what you want your birdhouse to look like.